I thank Christ for that. We're finally up and running. I honestly don't know what was going on. Good evening, Angus. Try to indeed. I'm hoping Jerry can make his way in as well. I don't know what happened with the first link. It just refused to connect and then died. Literally not a clue. But anyway, welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you with us. Just a handful of minutes late. We'll check our Spotlight Hour stats. 1,000 Abra XL. And ourselves on 3,916 encounters or so. Pretty solid. Welcome, Isaac Girl 666, Nashay J, good to see you with us as always, and Mike Griffin, how are you doing today? And Rianne, hello, welcome to all. So, pretty odd random Spotlight Hour. I mean, Abra, nothing to do with this event. It's had a community day way back in the day. I think it's even possibly the third Spotlight Hour that we've had for Abra over the years. So we are just going to take this one very chilled, see if we get a shiny, but I want to kind of do some max battles and some raids and see what else is around. And we'll get the Go++ going. We'll get ourselves, in fact, there's Dynamax Kraganal. Let's go and do that, shall we, to start things off. EE. It was actually Streamlabs. Can't critique EE on this one. It was Streamlabs being daft. I don't know why. Ever since they updated the software... Hello. Oh, you're the chap. Hello. Good to see you. Ever since they updated the software, it seems to have been causing massive problems with getting connected. So that's one thing. But we plod on, shall we? Do you want to join for a Dynamax Kraganal? Yes, why the hell not? It's better than Abra, I guess. And actually there's a bit of redemption, hopefully, with this one, because the last time we tried Dynamax Kraganal on stream, we were lagging, crashing, and all kinds of things. So hopefully, this one goes a bit smoother. Telepathy, hello, good evening, how are you? Sam, good to see you in the stream as well. Managed to pick up the first shiny Kamala, very nice. I'm still chasing that one. Not seeing it. Okay, travels, I assume?
Yeah, it's 40 minutes.
It's not too bad.
Nah, it's not. It's Tottenham up to Camden. So
Yeah.
it's not far.
That's alright.
This wake up for radar as well.
Yeah, around here. We'll be doing these two gyms.
That's right.
Usually to start off, unless there's some kind of blockage or something along those lines. Here we go. What we got? Tim Axeleb, welcome to the stream. You cannot remote trade in Pokemon Go. So you've got to be within 100 meters of the person you're trading with, and also you've got to be friends with them in game. But I've got to be honest, Abra, one of the least exciting spotlight hours you could possibly have, I would say. Just in my opinion. I know I'm just saying it's like 1,000 checks over to get a shiny Abra. Hopefully you can pick that one up tonight, mate, if you're out and about trying to get one. Does get a mega, you know, it's got some perks if you're still chasing that sort of thing. But hey. But anybody might have seen they dropped 6 PM, we know. I mean, it was fairly obvious from the accidental post from the German Pokemon Go account. Pour Me is the community day for May, which I think is a pretty solid choice, to be honest. Jerry, good to see you back in the stream. I'll say, I don't know what happened with the first link, honestly. Just refused to connect to it 3 times and then died. And like, well, I could see Spotlight Hour starting. The game's running perfectly fine. So it was Streamlabs doing something funky. Bob's Burgers, welcome in. Good to see you with us. Making some mincemeat of this snowflake. Deliberately saved up the max particles for this one tonight. Glad we're finally getting to pour me shinies. Exactly. Nice to have a new shiny Generation 9 Com Day. You know, we always thought it was a good pick. Not sure how useful it's going to be for third stage evolution and all kinds of things, you know, but it's nice to get it ticked off and get a bunch of shinies, hopefully. Sunday, May the 11th, 2 to 5 p.m. Put that in your calendars. But maybe it could be a shiny snowflake. No, it's not, to kick things off from 1568. I think it's like 1598 or 1599 or something for your 100%er. K-Dunks, good evening to you. How on earth did that Pokeball sail off into the distance? Throw it over the bloody snowflake. Ridiculous. DJ Phantom, good to see you. This Kragon is refusing to sit down. Gotta be honest, I'm not overly keen on worrying about catching it. If we just stay in the ball, that would be nice. Then we can push on with some daily incense and get on with our lives. Thank you, there we go.
Have you decided on a lucky trade yet?
I have not, but we could swap a Kyurem if you fancy it.
I really don't. It's mine. I genuinely have no idea.
I'm always down to swap a shiny Kyurem if you are.
See if I've got one.
One spare.
Oh, she probably is. She just doesn't care.
Stamp rally maybe after the Go Fest. We'll have to see what other information they drop, but the likes of Copenhagen, London, I think Valencia was on that little post as well, so it'll be nice to see what they do with those European little bits and pieces and whether there is some kind of live event stuff happening with it. But
Why is this area just hates my son hates this area.
Remember, you just stop throwing stuff on the floor.
I thought it was a bird.
Newcomb's Mike, good to see you in the chat, dude. How are you? Question, do you have the spare Kyurem?
I do have a spare cure.
Is it one you'd rather keep, though?
No, because I've got a handle.
Okay.
Alright, show off.
I'm happy to trade that if you are. Let's go for
No
it.
background, I do apologise.
That's fine. I don't have any backgrounders either.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
There's no pressure on
That's
that one.
all right. I'm my eggs are hatching. Hold on. Who's the hatching?
That's always the way. Renoir, good to see you in the chats. We've got... Who else have we got here? Welcome in. Name is Bob. Bob, quality name. Favourite Pokemon would be Trico. That's my go-to.
To be fair, I'm surprised you're not going to shiny Trico.
Always about the meta.
Still no shiny Cherubi. We move.
Get some more eggs before 8 p.m.
Yes, sweet. We're
Oh,
getting
yeah,
home
good
now.
point.
You can tear up the house.
Right.
Pokemon Go VPZG Champions League night. Enjoy if that's your bag.
You have to show it.
We have quite a few left over. Let's go for this one.
Let's go.
Cannot go much worse.
Go on, phone. Go on, phone. You can do this.
Kyurem Lucky Swap. Oh, best of luck.
Oh, good luck.
2042 is the magical number. Oh, and incidentally, that helps towards the Meloetta quest as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
Thank you very much.
It's all right. No worries.
Let's see what it will be. 2000 on the nose.
No, 2013. Oh, well.
That is almost the floor.
Jeez, we tried.
We tried our best. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Oh my goodness me.
Wow.
I don't know you can get lucky trades that bad, but
No.
hey.
Actually, to be fair, most of my lucky trades, planned lucky trades, do that.
They always go horrendously wrong.
But then if I'm doing a trade sesh, I end up with 2 Lundos.
Yeah.
and God
That's
knows
usually
what
how
else.
it goes.
Oh, I hatched a Hundo Cherubi.
Nice.
There you go.
Did
Some kind
random
of
trades with
compensation.
Tom,
And that comes out
and
of
that
it.
came out.
Yeah. Better off with the random trades,
Yeah, do
honestly.
you think I can get a normal one now? I've also nicked about... I think I've taken like 3 or 4 hundo toddles off of Tom now.
You're building a small army.
He just wants one. And it's always me that gets them.
And you keep getting them, goodness
yeah.
me. Right, I'm going to run the daily incense. Thank you very much for the trade. Have a good evening, both of you. See ya. Let's pop on the daily incense for a little bit, because I'm not going to get out and about to do it afterwards, unfortunately. My flew for good evening to you. How are things? How's everyone doing after their community day, their Sunday, and their Dynamax Entei stuff? I did get informed of the data mine of what could potentially be coming for the GoFest stuff this year. The fact that Falinks is getting a costume, I think, is quality, if it turns out to be the case. It's about time we get some new costume bits and pieces here and there. And save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. Something along those lines. But we'll see if we get ourselves a little shinny Abra or not. A shuffle has snuck on through to the spotlight hour. Actually, if we find ourselves a little raid, we might do that as well. But I think all the raids are going to hatch at like 7, unfortunately. Yeah, closer to 7 PM, which is unfortunate. Footsteps ASMR. It's not really discreet. That's what you get with gravel. Anybody, yeah, exactly. Bob's Burgers, anybody who's chasing XP, it is 2 times catch XP for tonight. It's a fairly easy excellent. You just might want to make sure you get the damn thing caught, because Abra gets teleport. So as soon as you throw one ball, it's gone. We should also have some 7-kilometre eggs going off, I think, at some point during this spotlight hour. And I don't even have a lucky egg down, so let's see what we get. For a good old excellent throw. Need a lot of XP for level 47. That's it. If you're looking to grind and level up, you've got to take advantage of whatever bonus is provided through whatever event. Be a spotlight hour or a general event. I mean, the Vanilla Com Day was a triple catch XP. What I should do is give myself my poor me buddy hearts. Let's get this thing ready for Com Day in a couple of weeks. Tempting. I've not found myself taking in Cresselia invites as much as I would expect, but yeah. Here we go. Pour me snapshot. Done. And see if I can snipe a route. There we go. Good. It's going for the evening. Perhaps, Renoir. You'll have to play it in the background. If I do it, copyright strike. Incoming. Javolo, good to see you in the stream. Sorry to hear about your son's cracked phone screen. That is not a good, conducive start to a spotlight hour. Don't feel too bad. I thankfully had a screen protector on it, but I dropped the spare phone that I have the chat on the other day. We all have butterfingers occasionally. Angus with the 31 shinies, fantastic for Com Day. More than myself. Nicely done. It's another Cragonal. How tempting. Even more tempting, there's a Pidove. A random shiny Ditto. Where was the Ditto from? Did people put, if people put down mossy lures, then that could have come from an Oddish. Oddish spawn turns into Ditto. Newcomb's took Conde, chilled, spent half of it sat in the park catching apples. You know, so many people commented on the video, so I did exactly the same. Like, do you know what? Absolutely fair enough. Not everybody's after the old Vanillite, which is A-OK. Best make use of the mossy 3-hour lures. We put down mossy lures at my home stops at like 1 minute to 5. So then they lasted for 3 hours while we were editing and stuff. Bidoof in the wild. Oh, Bidoof. I always lose track of what could be Ditto. Shiny Ditto off the home spawn Bidoof. Mike, nice. That's a fun one to pull in. Games decided to freeze on the capture. Is this going to function? Okay, we're going to restart the game just because one Abra too many apparently. There we go. Back up and running. Sort of. Harry, good to see you in the chat. Hundo Scatterbug from yesterday. Nice. Shiny Squavet and Kamala. So the event's treating you very nicely indeed. Speaking of Squavet, not a shiny there. And a Wooloo from Daily. Let's go. Tell him you said that. Yeah, honestly, everybody drops stuff. You shouldn't feel too bad. Given he is a child, that's entirely fair enough and expected. Why is my phone lagging so hardcore? Jesus. I will say it's a fabulous, fabulous day here in the UK. It's like 22 degrees Celsius. Positively beautiful. And what we will do is slowly clear the cluster of Abra, and then we'll do the Cragonal, because otherwise the max points are going nowhere. Should collect some more tomorrow, and I don't think the next event begins until Friday, if I'm remembering correctly. Or is it the Growing Up event that has too many Magikarp and Swablu and Wimpod, all the sort of 400 candy evolution things. So anybody who's missing those evolutions or those shinies, it's a really good opportunity to stock up on your candy for them. But otherwise, OG players may remember the Magikarp Community Day and Swablu Community Day. One was better than the other, let's just say that. Let's get it sorted. Threw the phone at Falinks Raid Day because of a bee. That's, yeah, any manner of thing can prompt a cracked phone screen. Lincoln Prime needing the shiny Wimpod. Shiny King, hello, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Looking forward to next weekend, full-on nap mode. Is it this coming weekend with the most amazing raid day ever of Kangaskhan again? I'm going to jump in the Cragonal. Don't feel obligated to burn your max particles if you don't want to, but
I live in a rural area, so I get no chance to do these.
Oh, okay, so actually this would be nice.
Yeah. I'm actually limited to doves and pigeons.
It's weird that some of the 3-star max bosses are like the worst ones. You want to go
Yeah.
for the 2 stars, which are easier to get and they give you better things. It's peculiar. I can hop off. I'm going to do my freeze, but yeah, I'm not overly inclined to chase Kangaskhan again, I've got to be honest. Abra's getting Community Day. No, Shiny King, this is what's called a Spotlight Hour. Spotlight Hours are always Tuesday evenings, 6 to 7 p.m. your local time, and tonight's is Abra. Last week was vastly better. It was Morlul with double catch dust as the bonus. This time it's Abra with 2 times catch XP. And we should know what maze is. I've forgotten it already. They're kind of, again, they're 3 meh ones and 1 is really good. Sandy Ghast is getting one, which I'm kind of hyped for. Don't have that shiny. Swipe, try and dodge. Water Pulse is not good for my Gigantamax Charizard, so it's in the bin already. Should have saved it. Telepathy actually missed the Kangaskhan raid day last time. Don't have the shiny, so there you go. This is what we were saying on the podcast that just dropped on Sunday. It's like, Kangaskhan raid day was a while ago, 3 years almost to the day. So anybody who wasn't playing or missed that event specifically, this will be kind of the first opportunity to get one with a shiny boost. It has been in the rotations since then, but obviously if it's in the standard rotations, then it's just like standard, 1 in 64 shiny odds. I don't think people are going to raid Kangaskhan Mega normally. Excited for the Team Rocket on the 14th. Yes, give us Shadow Dialga. Shadow Dialga. We'll see what the new Shadow Shinies are. I'm hoping they give us a good wave, because this previous one has been pretty lackluster, in my opinion. Yeah.
The sloth one, isn't it?
Yes. Sadly, not new Shadow Shiny slack off. I'd be very happy with that, but we'll see. I'm kind of hoping we get like ones that haven't been in the rotation for a long time, like Shadow Shiny Swinub. Long time overdue. And it hasn't been available from Ice or Ground Grunts for, I would say, close to 9 months or a year. Something along those lines. Do you notice there are 0 legendary raids for Dark or Steel types to evolve Bisharp? Yes, I did see that. It's all very kind of psychic and fairy focused, which I'm less than inclined to be raiding, I've got to be honest. The old Lake Trio are back, and Tapu Fini, and Tapu Bulu, I think it is. It's a bit really. So, yeah, Newcombs, we're going to be stuck. I mean, you with your Shundo Pawniard, sir, are going to be stuck having to raid, what is it, like Clink, Sneasel, and Pawniard itself from the 1-stars during the event. Alright, second chance for a shiny Snowflake. It is not, and it is also trash again. How is it... I don't remember Kragenor's hitbox being like this. Have they changed it since we last did it? Goodness me. Do you want to stack the Mega... Yeah, the Mega Energy for Link and Prime. I need to check my Mega Kangaskhan stuff, because I don't think I've Mega Evolved it. Since getting it to Tier 3, I don't think I've actually Mega Evolved the damn thing. 3 berries to help catch Pokemon. How are we doing? Let's have a look. Kangaskhan. So we went pretty hardcore last time, with lots of shinies from it, and even getting a hundo. And we have 4,900 Mega Energy, which is more than you're ever going to need. That's the hundo you're going to need. We haven't even maxed this out to level 50, because actually I do need XL Candy. We might go for a bit of that, actually, to be honest, since I need XL Candy for it. Let's get this research task. Squovet, glorious. Fantastic. Mizzy GC, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button as well. And appreciate the good fortune and good luck. Since you're new here, we will be live streaming Raid Hour, same time tomorrow for Cresselia. I know it's Cresselia's second time round, which is, you know, less than intriguing. But if you fancy joining it, you just need to go and comment over on the Vanillite Community Day video with your in-game name and your friend code. A couple of people have done it already, which is great. Honestly, I'm very surprised that people are still interested in the space duck. But hey, each to their own. What do I think? What's the question? Do you usually hunt down shadow shiny bellsprout from decoy grunt? No, I don't, because what we do for the content is I typically go for the Giovanni battle on the very first day of the event, so I use my super rocket radar straight away, so I don't get the chance to chase the decoy grunts to get shadow shiny bellsprout. Rather go and showcase the shadow dialga, and cannot wait for the 1-star goodness of that, of that legendary. It'll be interesting. And no shiny Abra so far. Goodness me, half the spotlight hour's already gone. That's what happens when you're messing about taking on a overgrown snowflake. And, oh, speak of the devil. We spoke that shiny into existence right there. Shiny Abra. That was very, very unexpected. Great stuff. Let's hit it with an Ultra Ball so it hopefully doesn't flee. Missing an excellent. Just stay in the ball. Don't play with us. There we go. Because we failed on the Morlow last week, so I guess this is some redemption. It's a 3-starer, actually. It's an 89% shiny. Not a bad pull, really. Let's get our encounter number on that one. I like to make a note of the encounter numbers. Nearly 4,000 seen. 3988. I'll call that a win, but just before we get to the big clusters. Thank you very much, people. Too kind. So what we'd actually like to get, the best thing would be an XXL. Fill out the Pokédex that's missing. Anybody who's in need of their shiny Abra from this evening, I'm going to send you all the shiny luck that you can get, because it is possible, but they're not shiny boosted events. Spotlight hours are just regular shiny ratios, which are about a 1 in 500 or so. The chance of getting a shiny is actually very slim, unless you happen to be just on the good side of RNG, which we must have been today. We'll see what the shadow shinies are going to be coming from the leaders when they do that Team Rocket event swap over. Because if they're good, then yeah, we'll be chasing those rocket leaders as much as we can do. Ooh, closed the game accidentally. We have a bicycle on our daily incense. Is it going to be not a shiny one? Really want the shiny Abra. Probably a good community day classic. There's always going to be people who need those shinies. I mean, if you're able to get one, hopefully you can do. This was the first technically pandemic community day as well. They postponed it all the way to April 2020, and it was the first play from home, boosted incense spawns, 6 hours community day. I remembered actually just playing it from home. Do you ever use your Super Radar before the Team Rocket event? No, because I've always kept up to date with whatever Team Rocket Legendary is available from Giovanni. So I've never had a surplus of them. Are we excited for Shadow Dialga? I'm sort of excited, yes, but also cautiously aware that the typical range of what you get for Shadow Legendaries from Giovanni battles is awful. So I'm just waiting for disappointment. In fact, here's my Shadow Palkia from God knows when. 2-star, At least you'll be able to TM away frustration, people. That's something at long last. I'll finally be able to work on this Shadow 96 Ralts, which would be real nice. But yeah, is everybody else ready for the Team Rocket takeover event? And what new Shadow Shinies do you think the leaders are going to be having? Because typically 2 new ones come in and 1 returning. And I've got to be honest, I have turned off my rocket radars. I think in my bag here I've got like 5 radars saved. I just turned the radars off for the last sort of 2-3 months. Not been terribly interested in chasing the rocket leaders this time round. Will he have a shiny Alakazam because it jumped me from the wild in the middle of the night? No Abra or Kadabra. That's the thing with it being a Mega. So you got very lucky with it, actually. The shiny wild Alakazam, it can happen. Any Pokemon that's got its Mega as a potential will have a shiny potential on it. So the likes of Salamence, etc. It's a very nice spawn. Larvitar, they actually already did a Community Day Classic for that, I think at the beginning of last year, so it won't be repeated, I'm sure. We'll have to see what the Com Day Classic's going to be at the end of May, though. Are they going to put something OG in there, or are they going to go along the lines of Legend ZA? That would be an elite lineup, absolutely, Angus. Shadow Larvitar. Oh yes, actually I agree with you on that one. Definitely. That would be a really good thing to suggest. And that, we were talking about this with Francesco. Is that Shadow Larvitar hasn't been in the rock-type grunts for way too long. So I think that would actually be a very good candidate to bring back to the leaders, because then it's kind of more readily available and they would be chased. Aren't you using a lucky egg? I don't need XP, so I'm not overly fussed about wasting a lucky egg on the Spotlight Hour bonus. I'm already at nearly 800 million XP in the game, so... I was very surprised to be finding a shiny Abra. That was the biggest surprise. Oh, there's a couple of apples.
Yeah.
Some good news. There is an apple in. That's better than any Abra. Let's get that course. Never got Shadow Larvitar, wasn't playing back then. That's the thing, it's been a long time. Long time, so hopefully it does make a little return sooner rather than later. What's the Team Rocket going to be? Give me the apple. That was just an item. Applin and item. Cannot argue with it. Thank you for your lure, sir. How's it going?
I've got enough of the apples.
Happy days then.
And I need the candy.
Trades will do nicely.
So the pineapples.
Yes.
I thought it's the first opportunity I've properly had to do
A little lure sesh.
a lure.
And you picked a very lovely evening as well.
Yeah. I'll give it a reset now and again. I think we start the game. Brings up.
It does, yeah. Because they don't pop up sometimes, they glitch slightly. But they do still appear, having looked at New Zealand, they still do appear in the wild after the event's finished, so that's something.
Do mossy lures trigger them?
I think so. Just not as common.
It just seems like such a... stupid system.
It is a bit weird. Anyway, I'm going chasing shiny Abras. Yay.
Do you not want to just join the lure set?
I'll get the steps going. See you, mate. We'll do a bit of Team Rocket. Hey, why not? Randy, hey, lovely to see you in the chat, my friend. How are you? Favourite Gigantamax Pokemon? Ooh. Well, it's been released in Pokemon Go so far. Snorlax is a very nice design. But we'll wait to see, because Gigantamax Machamp is coming right at the end of May, just to round out the season. So, looking at that design, looks fantastic. But yeah, G-Max Snorlax are definitely up there. It is. It's going to be a lovely week. No excuse not to get out. Although I will say, thankfully at the moment it's not too bad, but the last sort of 5 days or so, hay fever has been hitting me like a train. It's not been the most amount of fun. Do I think what's possible? What is possible? Shadow Shiny Charmander could potentially be in a leader lineup. We don't know. They always leave it as a surprise, so we'll have to keep our eye on socials for what the beta testers over in New Zealand and Australia show us. We'll have to see. But it would be an interesting repeat, so hey, let's find out. How are you able to look at chat and Pokemon Go at the same time? I have two phones. One that's playing the game and doing the live stream, the other one is just on YouTube with the chat. So that's how we're running 2 devices. Sneasel, not shiny, would have counted towards the Bisharp evolution, but it's not quite live yet. Yay! Do you think we could be getting Shadow Shiny Mewtwo, or is it going to be Lugia? I will say nothing. That news will be releasing very soon. Keep your eye on Pokemon Go and their bits and pieces. But expect something that you wouldn't be expecting. Took me by surprise. 30 degrees for Angus on Thursday. Oh my goodness me. That is a toasty, toasty day for sure. When's the growing up event starting?
Behind it, right behind it. You might need a moment.
3 minutes of daily incense. That daily incense went to complete waste.
Right behind him, because you might need a moment.
All bets are off. Yes, I am in the know. That's part of being in the creator pool. A milk tank. Starts on it's a Friday event. Good stuff. Fridays are usually my lucky day, so I'm expecting 1 million shiny Magikarps then. Can't wait. Now, if anybody's chasing candy or whatever, very best of luck to you. Trying to think realistically what would be a good mega to cover all the typings. Ooh, Dunsparce. Not a shiny Dunsparce. Because Swablu's normal flying. And obviously Magikarp's pure water. Wimpod is water bug. Because Gyarados becomes dark water when it Mega Evolves, unfortunately. So I don't think there's actually a Mega that you could get that would get all kinds of candy for the day, unfortunately. So you'd have to prioritise if you want the Magikarp and Wimpod candy boost, drop yourself a water-type Mega. If you're needing the Swablu candy, you need the normal or flying Mega. But hopefully everybody can get their wins and their rewards from that event. Telepathy's chasing the shinies. Never had Wimpod or Believe It Magikarp. Oh my goodness me. The other thing actually about Magikarp, you reminded me, Telepathy, is anybody who's chasing their, I think it's Fisherman Medal. Where the bloody hell is that thing? Here, the big carp. You're ready.
Your primal might be red, best one, bug and water.
True, but it misses out the Swablu, unfortunately, I guess. So you get yourself the big XXL Magikarp stuff. This would be a good opportunity to get it, but you need the weight to be, I think, more than 13.13 kgs on your catch. So total. That'd have been an off-brand shiny. Fantastic. So anybody still chasing that medal, get your Magikarps in. I imagine there'll be a Magikarp quest as well, possibly similar to this last event where like all 3 Pokemon are featured in one quest. Could be worse, you know. But yes, I've seen many people, including the chap next to me, mentioning Kyogre. Kyogre probably is going to be your best bet for the candy boost for that event. Covers as many typings as you can do. That's why I always say, like, run the weather trio, honestly. I find myself running Primal Groudon more often than anything else. We have Daily Incense being very disappointing. Get that done and dusted. But there's Mateo to say hello to. Exchange the gift. Let's change it to something else. The bandstand, sure. And we'll add a lovely sticker to whoever's going to receive this one. Have a... Oh, yeah, Pikachu. Why not? Squib, lovely to see you in the chat. After Shiny Toxel. That is about the only interesting thing as far as I'm concerned. I never got that on Go Wild. So, yeah, 10Ks for Shiny Toxel. But it's not going to be the only thing featured in those eggs, which is a real shame. They're kind of all egg pools included, plus the event stuff. So it's kind of a bit annoying. That is a route. Done and dusted. Lovely. Where to go to next? Have you done a Dynamax Falinks before? Do you want to go and do one just for the sake of it? Let's see if we get a Dynamax maybe. We'll wander through there around, and that should probably conclude the spotlight hour then. Claudia Dragoon, welcome to the stream. So there we go, there's lots of people needing the carbs. I will say a proper throwback video if anybody's looking for an OOOG Com Day video. Magikarp, I think, was August 2020 with triple Stardust on it, which was the only reason we played the community day back then.
You're my first show.
Yeah?
Back in
Good old 2020. Because Magikarp was my first shiny in the game entirely. If I go back here.
2017.
2017, you're like me then.
Yeah.
That was mine. 2017, 13th of April.
16th.
Was mine. There you go. So about the same time. This was around the time of the Water Festival, the OG Water Festival, that Magikarp was first released. But even... Okay, let's go Swablu then. Let's have a look at Swablu shiny. My first one was actually a Go Plus Plus one, randomly, 27th of September 2019. So after the Go Fest and everything like that. And then there's a level 1 from that's the community day, the house spawn, 2021. And then Wimpod, more recent, just the 2 from 6th of April 2024, randomly in the wild. And then this one was a little bit later, but around the same time. There we go. Need need more friends to hatch shiny Toxel so I can lucky swap the 2-star. Newcombs, have you talked to Ian? Ian has a shiny Toxel. I can't remember how good his is, if you're willing to part with it. First shiny was Lotad in 2020. We've got a random Soul Rock from Renoir in 2020. Nice. Didn't know what the shiny was. Ian doesn't open gifts. Can you make mention of that and tell him? Because I get so much grief from those two. Mine is terrible at opening gifts. I bang the gifts out. Max them all the time. Actually, do we have... Oh, my eggs went off at some point. It didn't tell me. Okay, what did we hatch? Nothing of significance. 6-7 kilometre eggs of pure disappointment. Goodbye in the bin. Here you go. We tried. Let's hatch this. Let's put these eggs in, because just clear them. Oh, the Italian's in chat. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? How are you surviving? Wish Shiny Wimpod kept the red colour. Yeah, because I've never evolved it up to Golisopod. Should really, because now we get the shiny Dexes on things. Didn't used to back in the day. got ultra friends with Mark the other day. It's a miracle. Mark is a rare gift opener. If you get a gift from him, it's honestly a surprise. Did anyone see the Pokemon Go road trip thing? Yes, I did see it. They posted it on all the European accounts. I wanted to know more details. They couldn't give me any more details yet, but I'm really hoping there's something exciting, because we worked out that hysterically, anybody who watched the channel, November of 2024, we went to Cologne for Mankey Community Day, just for fun. You know, it was a cheap flight for the day, go there for the com day. That is one of the locations on this road trip map thing that they've got. There's London, I think people have been saying it's Manchester. Hey, your local spot. Valencia is on there. I think we worked out somewhere in France. I can't remember exactly where it was. But there's loads of interesting locations. And I was like, ooh, if there's a road trip. That's why I reshared it on X with a gif of a MX-5. It's like, what road trip are they doing here? What's the plan? Tell me, Niantic. Or Pokemon Go team, should I say. Kamala, that'd be an interesting shiny. Bit of pink as well. But yeah, I was like, please share more details. We'll get round to it, I guess. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not going to be too last minute with everything. The French one is Paris. Are we sure it wasn't really where Paris is on the map? I thought it was somewhere else, further south. But I'm genuinely very excited to see they're doing something more in Europe, because that's what we've been asking for. Since Europe really got the short end of the stick last year in terms of events and stuff. Charlie Lucy, a very good evening to you. How are things? Cheeky Abra, sit in the ball. Can't wait to see what the London event will be. Yeah, I just want to know what they're planning. Like, is it going to be something that covers the remaining part of the kind of post-Go Fest stuff? Is it a summer tour thing? Is it something else? It'll be very interesting to find out. Unless they're all going to do some kind of weekend thing, like these are all city safari things. Boom. All happening the same weekend in Europe. Okay. I will say, if they are city safari things, I will not be staying in London. I'll be going to one of the other ones somewhere. Don't think it would be like, yeah, because GoFest's all in June, but doesn't mean that these events wouldn't happen maybe August, September, October kind of thing. Because credit to them, they've got into the habit of posting about these live events more ahead of time. Like, we got the locations and the dates of the GoFest this year back in January, which is the earliest we've ever had. So these could be right at the tail end of the year. City Safari London except Ealing. See, that's just discrimination. Rose Solo already doing the Paris Go Fest. Tons of us are doing Paris. Really looking forward to that one. But yeah, we're going to end the evening, I think, with the Dynamax Falinks. City Safari, including half of Surrey. Depending on how big the radius is and whatever they're planning, because that was what happened with the Go Fest and also the other places is the radius of where the event is actually located is vastly bigger than the city that it gets actually plonked down into. London Go Fest, the spawns were apparently going out as far as Reading and all of that sort of stuff, so huge area. Getting the pour me ready for the... Yes, absolutely, Jello Loose. It's got to be done. I've been working on it the past sort of week or so. As soon as I got the information, I was like, right, I'm going to get this mon ready. Got to be done. Paris will be good, considering changing my Eurostar to arrive earlier for more than 2 hours of gameplay on the Thursday. When are you planning on getting the Eurostar, dude? Because I've got the Thursday one. I'm going at 11:31 in the morning. Yet to book the travel home, which could end up being quite expensive given what's going on, so we might end up flying home on the Sunday evening. But yeah, I undoubtedly will see a ton of people on the Thursday morning at St Pancras station doing the Eurostar over to Paris. At least we've got a little while for that. Indeed, and actually it's really nice that they've reduced the walking distance thing for the Evolve during the Combe window. The ambulance. So rather than 25k, it's going down to 1 kilometre to walk your Port Mot into Port Mo, or whichever way round it is. Because I've never evolved it. So this would be Pokédex entries for me. So I might actually wait and get... No, because you get different Dex entries. So I might get the shiny Dex after the Hundo Dex. But here we go. We've got a Falinks who will jump in. And why is it giving me Gengar? That is a very good question. This thing's a fighting type. So we're going to make sure we've got this. What am I picking team-wise? Don't really have anything. I guess the flying move actually on Moltres is a good one. There we go. Charlucy hasn't evolved either. Who has evolved their Pawmi? Because I feel like a lot of us players get into the habit of not evolving things and waiting if there's going to be a Combe for a 3-stager. I certainly have. Like, I haven't actually evolved Jangmo-o either. I'm waiting for that community day to eventually get announced and happen. One-way ticket to Paris. Absolutely. Absolutely. Newcomb's is literally an hour later. I think you can shuffle it, mate. Shuffle it and come and join the 11:30 crew. Angus is on the 11:31. Oh, I should have dodged. At least Brick Break is very, very resisted by Gengar. Hello, let me swipe to the energy game, thank you. Randy has, of course, there you go, fantastic. Angus not evolved. Telepathy has to get the Dex entries done and dusted, fair enough. Falinks looks like a load of Dynamaxes. It might be worth doing your Falinks, actually, because Falinks is one of the rumoured new megas for Legends ZA. So that's why I'm sort of like, if I can get a lucky shiny of it, you know, a decent shiny, that'd be fun. Oh, swap to Dynamax, there we go. Woof, goodness me, nearly forgot. Got a Hundo IV and waited, there we go, glad you did. I'm just the same. Got the Lundo in a trade randomly. I was like, right, I'm going to sit and wait. Sit and wait to do this. And also got another 11:31 Eurostar there. Fantastic. We'll have to have a little crew of us who go through the passport control and all that and go and grab a coffee. Looking forward to Pawmi Community Day. Love Little Pawmi. It's fantastic. All the crew. I don't have a change, sorry man. All on the same train. Hell yes. Hell to the yeah. Get the energy. We should be pretty much done and dusted with this one. Glorious. Yeah, I need to see what's going to be the most efficient way to get back home. One-way ticket flight back to Heathrow, or whether we do just bite the bullet and get a very, very expensive Eurostar. Might have to be done. Goodbye, Falinks. May yours be brown. Hopefully. Taking Eurostar back Sunday, 10 p.m. Late one back. Got the return on Sunday too. There we go. And not a shiny 1304, so I think pretty dead, unfortunately. But hey, it gets it ticked off. Yeah, it costs a fortune. The problem with Eurostar is it's not like plane tickets where they can fluctuate a bit. It's just it goes more and more expensive. But I'm still waiting a few bits of confirmation about logistics, which determines whether I'm training it back potentially on my own or whether we're flying back with more people. Falinks in the ball, and this one is horrendous. Gotta love that. We missed a raid invite, that was probably important. Get this berry toss for a tiny Squovet. That's fantastic, but it's nowhere near 100%er. And with 2 minutes left of the spotlight hour, we'll start wandering up the main road and probably conclude soon. Turns on Monday, so Newcomb's got a little morning over in Paris, Monday morning in Paris. Go and get yourself a nice cheeky pain au chocolat for the morning. That'll be glorious. Due to logistics, I've got to get back Sunday evening, so it might be a very quick thing. Item bag is definitely not full. I thought it was for a minute. Will we get a last minute spawn? Because we're kind of in a dead area right now. One spawn, there we go. It's not a shiny. And another one. No shinny. Newcomb's is on the 1131. Fantastic. This is my first time actually using the Eurostar, so a bit of an event, that's for sure. It'd be nice to train over, get straight into central Paris, get involved with the Thursday experience that's happening. Looking forward to it. Snorlax. That isn't, I was going to say 9 o'clock. No, it's 7 o'clock. That's when spotlight hour finishes. So spotlight hour concluded. We didn't really catch a crazy amount of Abra, but that's fine. We're up to a few XLs. We didn't run a Mega, so we didn't really get too much, but we are now 4,122 seen. No XXL tonight, which is a shame. But obviously, did we get a hundo? No, we did not. Any nundo? No 100%er. So just the little shiny from tonight, which is honestly a lot more than I was expecting to get. See somebody in the Pidove. I might as well. Got the spare points. Agnoflatter, good to see you in the stream. Welcome in. Thank you, Charlie Lucy, for dealing with that. Yeah, no codes in chat, please. We're going to end the evening with a Dynamax Pidove. So we will end the stream after this, but if you're looking to join for Raid Hour for Cresselia 2.0 tomorrow, live streaming same time slot, 6 to 7 p.m. BST, of course. There's still chance to join for that Cresselia Raid Hour to get the raid invites for it. If you go and comment your in-game name and your friend code on the Vanillite Community Day vlog, I've gone through and added a few people today, but there's still time to go and do it. I'll add people tomorrow morning, and you might get yourself a little shiny Cresselia. We got one on the last Raid Hour, and I've literally just been raiding to get golden razzes at this point. Never thought I'd be in that situation, but I blame Gigantamax Snorlax, the 24-hour challenge, and then Dynamax Entei. Could be worse. Right. Shinamax Pidove? No. And that's really awful. Anyway, that's all fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Joining for the very relaxed spotlight hour. We will be live streaming tomorrow, as I mentioned, so see you all then, before we jump into a brand new month with brand new content, do subscribe if you haven't done so already and stick around for the Pokemon Go goodness that's produced here on the channel. And a final thanks to every single one of the mod squad. You guys are awesome, immensely helpful with these streams and everything like that. So really appreciate your extra help going alongside this sort of thing. Angus, I'll jump in your raid invite once I've got the stream done. I'll see you all tomorrow, peeps. Do take care.